Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Stepping Up to the Plate. I'm your host, Michael Vega. So much to discuss here with the red-hot Red Sox on a torrent here. Unbelievable. They swept the LA Dodgers out in Chavez Ravine and winning their 8th consecutive series, getting some unbelievable performances, sweeping the last game with some solid baseball that has everyone excited, especially now that the trade deadline has come and gone and the Red Sox have refortified. They've gone out and acquired players. They've done the things I think that most fans wanted them to do, and primarily to send the message to this team that we're with you, we're going to go and we're going to make a run at it. And, you know, there's a legit buzz in Boston now that this team could be going places in the postseason. And my main man Al Prizzuti is driving the bus right now. Al, how are your ankles? You never broke them jumping off the bandwagon, right?
Oh, well, no.
No, he's
not really.
now he's the major domo.
I was never on one. It's hard to jump off when you're never on one.
Right? Unbelievable. But Al, so many comings and goings here with this team, with teams across the league. But I thought the first domino to drop was Tarek Skubal going to the Dodgers.
Yeah, he lost. He pitched a good game, but I mean, a fairly good game. But Dodgers lost to Chicago, so this is 4 in a row for them.
And now they got a gimpy Ohtani. So if they lose him,
they're still the odds-on favorite to go 3 in a row. But you know what? National League come up against the American League at the end. You never know who's going to win these games.
But Al, the reigning champions, and as they say in sports, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox did that. I mean, they took out
they did
Yamamoto.
Everything. They beat the Yankees. They beat the White Sox, who were in first place. The Yankees were in first place. Tampa, Tampa or Toronto? Toronto, who was in first place. The Dodgers, who were in first place.
Oh, no, Toronto's in last place now. They were sellers. They were big-time sellers.
Tampa was in first place.
Yes.
They beat all those teams.
Ahead of them.
This has been, and I'm not a big O'Brien Merlone fan or any of those guys, but this has been, as they said last night, probably the greatest story for Red Sox that I've seen in a long, long time.
It's amazing. Those guys are positively giddy. You know, right now. They show up at the ballpark and just magical things are happening.
I mean, everybody had saying, why wouldn't you bring up the Woo Sox instead of the Red Sox? The way they started the season.
But Al, when you think about it, the moves that they made was to refortify what they had. You know, they went out and got pitching, and they gave up pitch. They gave up a lot of pitching, and I know that you probably think that they gave up too much pitching.
Well, I think they gave up the future. Now, you got to remember they're prospects, okay?
Right.
But they gave up the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 5th prospect in their thing. 2 of the pitchers who will come back and haunt them 2 or 3 years from now. So they kind of gave up the future to win now. Now, I think the kid is the catcher, switch hitter, decent ball player, not a great hitter. He's a 2-4. He can hit for power.
Always respected that guy.
He's a better catcher than he is hitter.
Well, Al, he's a switch hitter.
Yeah, he's a switch hitter.
So he gives them versatility of both sides.
They definitely improved. They definitely improved the catching on the team. The problem is the kid's never played recently more than 90 games in any season. 3 times this year he's been on the DL. He had a knee, he had a concussion, and now he's got the hand issue. So you might be buying somebody who is kind of fragile. Well, no, maybe he's a little fragile. It could be like Roman Anthony. Anthony was struggling. Remember, he had I think it was
oblique.
The oblique, and then now he's got the hand.
Both tough guys who like swing it as hard as he does.
So I look and say, and I looked at everybody that judged this. Most people say that it was A, B plus, A for the Red Sox, B plus, or the A for the Orioles, and B plus for the Red Sox. I would say it's too early to tell, but I would say this. they help themselves now. Getting rid of Meyer was a good thing because they got a pretty good lefty reliever.
I have more to say about that guy, but go ahead.
But I think this was a Breslow situation where he felt that if they lost after going 15 wins and the streak they're off and they fall apart, his job is on the line. So he wants to win this year.
When you have Tarek Skubal out there and guys are available, and you don't make a run at him, obviously it's an indictment on you as a talent evaluator, but
let me ask.
But I'll tell you, I give credit to Breslow for making the moves that they did.
Yeah, well,
they went out now. We're forgetting that their first acquisition was this kid Jahmai Jones, right-handed back.
He's an average ball player.
Well, he hit a home run his second time.
Yeah, I know. He's an average ball player. He's not going to win you. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that where they are today, with what they brought in, they could beat the Dodgers, or that they could win the World Series?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
Al, I think they fortified their pitching. I think they bolstered their. You look at their bullpen now. They added another kid. This kid that they traded for Mayer and they got back.
He pitched what?
Miller. He was.
This year he's had a good year.
Yeah.
He's an average. He's also, if you look at their.
He looks like Peyton Tolley without the mustache. I mean, this guy's a fireballer. But yeah, you look at the profile of the player they have, in their bullpen. Big, burly, strong, fireballing. Guerrero is a lot like Chapman, like Tolley, or this kid Miller is a lot like. But they got rid of the kid Watson. They designated
They definitely
him.
bolstered their bullpen, which is a good thing. And they brought in a lefty to go a 7th or 8th inning so that Araldus can come in the 9th.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. I think they've had decent pitching all year. The question was, they're playing Weaver ball now. They're hitting home runs.
But the other guy too, Al, who's made an emergence, and he was pretty impressive in this recent road trip, was Bello.
Yeah, well, he went 3 innings last night.
Yeah, 4. I think he got 4.
3, I think, and it was he didn't give up any hits.
Well, he had
runs.
4, I think, in his previous outing.
Yeah, no, he's kind of happy in the role from what I read.
Yeah. Well, he's happy to be with the big club as opposed to
lefty has pitched pretty good baseball for somebody who was out as long as he's been. The kid pitched last night.
Sandoval.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've got pitching, but when it comes down to a 7-game series, if they don't have Crochet as their stopper, so to speak,
right?
You don't know whether. Don't forget, Toll's never done it. None of those pitchers have ever gotten to the big game.
That's
a real
the
problem.
Question mark.
Yeah.
The question mark is whether they're going to get Garrett Crochet back.
Right.
I'm not holding my breath on Roman Anthony.
Well, if Anthony comes back, what are you going to do? Now what are you going to do?
Now your outfield is loaded.
You got Duran, you got Matsuzaka who's hitting.
Love that guy.
You got the two
Abreu,
you got Rafaela. You got too many outfielders.
Al, as we were talking off air, and I asked the question of Al, I said, "Who is your MVP to this point?"
Yeah, I would say Contreras, but I mean, you got Rafael and you got
Rafaela, you got
Will or Abreu
and Caleb Durbin, who hit a grand slam yesterday.
Durbin is the most incredible change I've seen because I didn't even think he could play in the Cape Cod League. Well, in April and May, he was hitting like
he was
one
down in the dumps.
Bodies.
Oh my God! He was below the Mendoza line.
I didn't think he could hit the ball. He hit that ball pretty well in that grand slam.
Oh, you know what, Al? When he
a
got
Fenway
up there,
grand slam,
I was like,
still.
He's going to send it.
Yeah.
He's sending this thing. You got the bases loaded.
Small guy to be. He's got some power. Though. I'd say he's about 5'9".
I mean, he wrapped that thing off the back of the wall there at the green monster seats. And that was some
Abreu's
power.
home runs, though, are home runs.
Oh,
anywhere.
no doubters.
Yeah.
How about Jared Duran's
home run was quite a well.
That was majestic.
He said yesterday. I read the article on him. He said he thought after looking at all the stats, I didn't believe I'm still here.
Yeah, you know, and
Nobody wants
that kid lives inside his own head a lot.
Yeah, well.
And you don't know what a great thing it was for him to be able to hit that homer down out in L.A., get him off the schneid a little bit, and then now he's feeling it. He's not thinking. He's just reacting. He's
201.
Yeah, but you know what, Al? He's on an upward trajectory.
Well, he
now.
can hit. He can hit the long ball. I
Oh,
mean, he's still.
yes. Al, he's a great pull hitter. A great pull hitter.
Yeah.
But then you know what? Also, there are games that they've manufactured runs inside these games where they've won big. You know, that one run they manufactured, the first run they manufactured yesterday, and then they had the floodgates open.
Oh, Contreras. Look at Contreras. The guy's hit 23 home runs. He's hitting 280. He's knocked in 60-something runs, and he advances a runner.
Right.
You don't see that.
No.
And this is stuff that the Red Sox have never done.
Right.
At home, anyways.
It swing for the fences or bust. You know.
Now, here's the problem. If they lose the rest of the series to the White Sox, they're going to go, well, Fenway Park, here we go.
Ain't happening.
You
Ain't
know,
happening now.
We'll see.
Not
Who's
against
pitching,
this team.
Who's
This
pitching
team is.
today?
This team has too much going for it right now. They're 10 games, as we speak, they're 10 games above 500, which is a remarkable turnaround when you think about where they were like maybe a month and a half ago, dead to rights, the sinking ship, out thinking maybe it's time to pull the plug on these guys and bring up the minor leaguers. You know,
here's what I think, really. They've played such great baseball for a long period of time.
Yeah.
I mean, they've won like 26 out of the last 29 games. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it always ends. It's always ended. I've been watching
just
baseball
like the
for
streak
70
they got.
years. Huh?
Al, they're on a 6-game winning streak already.
I understand. But when it falls apart, or when it stops, I should say, and it's going to stop, if it's a gradual slide back and then come forward, I don't have a problem with that. But if they go back to where they were, and it could happen. Nobody thinks it can, but it can happen.
No.
Then
I think they're going to pass the Yankees. The Yankees got to be worried about these guys. And then, you know who's sitting there too? The Rays got to be worried about these guys, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know, they're all watching the scoreboard too. They're all watching to see what the Red Sox are doing because they know that this is a hot team now. And they've seen the way these guys have won games. They've seen, how do you think that registered in New York when they heard the Red Sox got Adley Reutemann? They're like, oh man.
I don't think so.
They wanted him. They coveted
I know they
him too.
wanted. Everybody wanted the kid, but he doesn't bring you a World Series.
Well, it was the same reaction I think the world had when the Dodgers got Scooble. You know,
that's a
the rich get richer.
Different story. You're bringing the two back-to-back Cy Youngers
Yeah.
to a team that's won 2 World Championships in a row. That's a steal.
Unbelievable. Where do they find the money to do this? That's the thing.
Well, that's the other thing that every other team in baseball is looking, saying, "Oh, here we go again."
Right.
They're
the
the
rich
West
get
Coast
richer.
Yankees.
Yeah.
That's what happened years ago with the Yankees.
And the thing is that how are the Yankees, Brian Cashman's sitting there going, how the hell did I let that guy slip through my fingers? You know, could he have helped the Yankees?
Well,
if they went
everybody
after
wants,
Scooble?
but the thing is,
Everyone wants your best prospect.
not only that, they want too much, and the Red Sox are willing to give up too much. I don't think the Yankees look and say, if Judge isn't in there, we're not as good a team.
No, they're not.
The Red Sox are looking and saying, how good is this team? We don't know. They've done it
They're
recently.
finding out.
Yeah, well, that's the difference between a Judge that you know and finding out whether these guys are really going to be able to hold on to the end.
Well,
I don't know.
You know,
hope so.
I think they did a smart thing though. The guys they did acquire, they added some arms to kind of bolster the bullpen, to take some of the pressure off those guys right now. The guys are accumulating a lot of innings, you know, and now they got another guy in here that can eat some innings. Bellows can eat some innings. They went out and got this kid, Eli, I think White.
Yeah.
His grandfather's from Westwood. His grandmother grew up in Westwood, and it was like, you know,
Grandmother pitched for the Red Sox, too.
Well, it was
they'll
great.
find that out,
But I
anyway.
mean, you got an outfielder you can inject in that rotation, so that now you get guys like Abreu out of the game, which they did last night. You got, you can rotate
Well,
Rafaela
14
in and out now to
14
give him
to
some
2.
rest. You have some movable parts and pieces. And then you got Jones, who is kind of a utility guy. He'll be probably in the mix there in the outfield. I like that they didn't deal Siegler. I like that they Sogard, that guy's been playing lights out.
Good ball players. I mean, they're decent ball players.
Sogard,
Monasterio is not a good shortstop for sure. He's not a good fielder, but he can hit. He's got some power.
Yeah. He's turned some plays. He turned a couple of double plays.
He'll hurt you more than help you, though.
Yeah. I think he makes up for it at the plate.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah,
They don't need it right now, anyways. That's the beauty of this team.
Right.
Is you don't know who's going to step up.
Right.
You had Durbin last night. You got Contreras. You got Willa. You got Raphael. You got Duran occasionally. They had Connor Wong behind the plate last night. He's probably saying, that's it for me.
And then you plug in Adley Reutemann in that. That guy's he can hit. He can drive the ball.
He's an average hitter.
He can hit. He can drive the ball.
He's a 243.
You seen that guy? How big he is?
He's a big
He's a pretty strong kid. He is. Pretty strong kid.
We'll see about him. I don't understand wow, they got this kid. If you look at the stats and you look at what he's done over his career, he's a good ball player, and he's an upgrade over what they had behind the plate. Don't forget, Nevaez hit nothing. He was hitting 180.
Well, he's got a new lease now in Baltimore.
Yeah, and Connor Wong, God forbid, this kid is going to probably be playing for.
Well, Connor Wong is a better hitter than Narvaez.
Oh yeah, well he was.
He got hurt, but now he's come back, and I think he's
not as good a catcher. Nevaez was a better catcher.
Well, I think Reutemann, and then they
Reutemann's
also got
an upgrade.
They also got another catcher, this kid Jake Rogers, who I think is an insurance.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying Connor Wong's got to be thinking, "Where's my locker?"
Yeah. But it's interesting to see the infusion of excitement now that there is, in the clubhouse with these new additions.
Yeah.
The
fun to
infusion
watch.
of excitement in the stands at Fenway. People are excited about it. And God, what just a turnaround of a season.
Well, I'll tell you what the difference is for me. Back in April, May, it was Red Sox starting at 7. At 7:30, I had Jeopardy on. Last night, I had the Red Sox at 7.
Right? You're watching Stanley Cup.
Well, yeah, but at 7, the Red Sox started. And then at commercial, or when O'Brien goes off on a deep end, I flip over just to see who's winning on Jeopardy.
On Jeopardy, Final Jeopardy, would you answer Final Jeopardy question?
Last night?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Okay. Neither do I.
But anyways, the point is you want to watch this team.
Yeah.
Where before you couldn't care less what was going on, who they were playing or whatever. They stunk at home.
Yeah.
Now they're winning everywhere.
So, Al, you say you're rightfully kind of questioned the fact that they gave up, the future. And I thought one of those guys of the future was this kid Connolly Early. I really liked that kid. I liked his delivery. I liked the way he was a pitcher of the ball, not a thrower.
Yeah.
And I liked
he
his
could throw.
I liked
He
his
had some
sequencing of
mustard.
pitches. He was very savvy. And but I hated to part ways with the guy. I really did. And he's going to do some great things, I bet, with the Nationals.
I don't know how great he was. It was a 3-year.
But they got Curtis Mead. That's another guy.
We didn't even talk about him.
Curtis Mead shows up. The second at bat gets hit on the hand, and now he's got a fractured wrist. And you're thinking, oh boy, these Sox are cursed.
He
again.
might not play for the rest of the year. You don't know.
A wrist like that, Al. Look at what it's done to Roman Anthony.
Yeah, well, that's a little different. Roman Anthony didn't. His
grip it.
His injury is worse because he can't turn his hand. The other kid, that's going to heal.
Yeah.
He'll be fine when he comes back. Anthony comes back. Maybe he's not the same ball player.
Boy, it's going to take a lot of, tee work.
Yeah, well, he's
hitting in the cage, hitting against live pitching.
And the other kid is throwing. Crochet. He's throwing now.
They're all pushing now. They all got to feel a sense of, man, I got to get back into this. I got to get back in to do
I
something
wonder what
to help my
Anthony
team.
thinks of Meyer going, because they were close.
Now, I'm glad you brought him up. Al, I wasn't ever sold on the kid from the get-go. And I'll never forget when they drafted him, they took him out. I think he was at the All-Star game. It was out in California. They brought him in. They introduced him to Xander Bogaerts. And Xander Bogaerts, being the savvy shortstop he was, realized this is the kid they got to replace me, right? And at that point, when they first met, I thought that Mayer gave the impression of this entitlement. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be the guy that replaces
Got a better
you.
swing than Roman Anthony. Got a beautiful swing, the kid. I think when he gets a chance to play every day, he's going to be a
He's a ball player.
He's a decent ball player.
But boy, he struggled, and in those struggles, it doesn't seem like he was prepared to take any advice on how to get out of those struggles.
I don't know that. But you know, it's a funny thing about ball players when they start. I'll never forget Mickey Mantle. When Mantle came up, and he was in a wicked slump, and then the Yankees had gone to Kansas City, and he said, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
And his father drove from Oklahoma to Kansas City, went into the hotel room and said, no, Mantle gives up.
Yeah.
You want to leave, get in the car, go home, you'll never play again.
Yeah.
Mantle then went back to the Yankees, went on a tear, and became a great ball player. It's difficult to judge first introduction into the major leagues from the minor leagues, or if you come straight away. It's hard. So I think Mayer has an ability. He's got a beautiful swing.
Yeah,
I mean,
he does.
We'll see.
That's power. He's got some power. He's got some pop, but
I think they needed
I
a
just
second
thought
baseman.
his sense of entitlement, and I think, you know, who sensed that? It was Alex Cora, and I think Tracy did too. And at the end, it was Breslow. They all probably reached the same consensus about this kid.
Well, Cora turned on him a little and said he didn't even know if he was going to
Well,
come out
they
of,
gave him every latitude in the spring.
Yeah.
You know, and he looked like he was messing about during the spring. You
Yeah.
know,
I don't know
not paying attention to what he needed to do to be a better player. I mean, they gave him the opportunity to see second base, right? He could have been the second baseman.
I don't know if they gave him an opportunity. The way they presented it, I think, could have affected Meyer's thought process. In other words, Roman Anthony was in the Hall of Fame before he even stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
Meyer,
the plaque's already there waiting for him.
yeah, well, he's already got it in there, and he probably will never play again, but he's still at
Christian
Cooperstown.
Campbell was there before.
Christian Campbell, but he's at the bank.
Yeah.
He's not in Hall of Fame, he's at the bank. Jesus.
Oh, God. And so the thing is that and the other guy we haven't even talked about, Al, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're going to put him on a slow boat to Hawaii, or what?
I would think so. But you see, here's the interesting thing. We've got about 4 or 5 minutes left in this session. We've never talked about the Red Sox longer than 3 minutes.
That's a great observation. But you know
now
why? It's because there's so much to talk about.
Well, because they're an
And-
interesting team doing interesting things.
Yeah.
And this is what you watch. I mean, you don't want to watch a team at home lose 6 or 7 games in a row.
So, Al, I'll ask you this. Is it time to remove that interim tag on Chad Tracy?
I would. I mean, what are you going
Right.
to, unless there was somebody out there
That's the
that
thing.
you thought was, a
Who
savior.
is?
There is nobody out there.
No.
He knows these kids.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of them. So he comes in and they go, you know what, I feel comfortable with this guy. He seems to be a very level-headed
Yeah.
guy. And he's done what, nobody has done what he's done.
Well, his right-hand man Flores is with him too. Yeah. And then Epperson, the third base coach, also coached in the minor league. So they all know these guys, and they've seen them coming up.
And he's younger than Joe Morgan. So he might be around for a while. Who
I
knows?
know. Unbelievable. Well, Morgan's still looking for a job or what? But the thing is that I think it's high time, and Chad Tracy's done a tremendous job. I like his acumen. I like the way he approaches things with his players. You know, doesn't let, a little brush fire become a five alarm conflagration?
I think what's going to happen here, in Breslow and et al. Are going to look and say, it's easy to like when people win.
Right.
To see how he reacts when they don't win as they're winning now is going to be the true measure of the manager.
Well, look at how he measured that start when they were.
I'm saying overtime.
Let me
put it this
way. He came
way.
into an untenable situation.
If they lost 7 out of their next 10 and they start to fall back to the wild card, and then everybody will be then turning saying, well, maybe he wasn't as good. That's when you can tell the measure of the man, because if he gets those guys to get back in line and play, even if they have a dip, then I'd say that the Red Sox are going to definitely hire him.
Al, his record since taking over, right? What were they, 10-17 when he took over?
Poor Alex Cora's probably sitting there going, this is my team.
So that's, he's 51-34 right now?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's interesting because this isn't Alex's team. This is his team.
Tracy.
Yeah. Most of those guys he had down in Wu.
Right.
Or before.
Yeah.
He's been around for a while. His old man was a manager in the big leagues. He knows what he's doing. I think obviously they made the right decision for the time.
I think Duran and Abreu and Rafael are the only 3 guys. I can think of Whitlock maybe, and Chapman.
And Duran will be in Puerto Rico pretty soon, so with Cora.
But I'm happy for the kid. Happy that he kind of broke out whatever funk he was in. Maybe comes to the ballpark, feeling a little bit looser, freer.
You got to remember, it's not easy to play here.
No.
Here in New York.
And it's funny, Adley Roachman sat there being interviewed in the clubhouse, and you could tell he was like looking around going, wow, there's a lot of people here. He didn't realize the coverage is going to be equivalent to what, a guy would get in, say, in New York. Because, in Baltimore, they're not getting covered the same way.
Plus, well, in years ago, you could go back to Ted. Ted would go 0 for 4, and they'd be crucifying him in the newspapers. And then he didn't even want to talk to the press. The press can be
the knights of the keyboard, he called them, right?
Yeah, well, they can be tough.
Yeah, they could. But a lot to be excited about. And we haven't even discussed the Patriots with training camp here in the last.
I thought it was kind of interesting with what's his name, Brown, dislocated thumb.
Yeah.
People were going, oh my God. He goes, we get this all the time. He said, guys, just put it back
right back in. Yeah,
especially linemen.
Well, we'll talk some more about them. The start of the new Hard Knocks on HBO, the Seattle Seahawks, I think is going to be fertile ground for the Patriots to understand.
I'm focusing in this short period of time on the LIV.
On their you're going to give them the last rites?
No, I just want to see where the money's going to come from.
Yeah. All righty. Well, that's going to do it for us. We want to thank you very much for spending your time, and we look forward to seeing you here next time on Steppin' Up. All righty, everyone. Take care.